What's up, guys? It's Mama Deadhead, and I am back with another Fear Friday, or Fear Saturday, I guess I should say. You know what? It's 5 a.m. right now, and I'm just now making this video, and I would say, oh, I was sick. Oh, Athena didn't feel good. You want to know the truth? I got really caught up in cross-region war, and I've just been like warring my life away. But I wanted to bring you guys the recap of season 2B of Fear the Walking Dead. I'm, again, so excited. It is my favorite day of the week when I get to talk about Fear the Walking Dead, just because I sincerely love the show so much. I'm so excited for it to come back. Like, I heard that it's coming back on the day of the season 8 finale of The Walking Dead, and I'm more excited about the premiere of season 4 of Fear the Walking Dead than the finale of the main show. But anyway, so this half of the season is really crazy and all over the place, which is a big reason that I wanted to like split it up, because if I didn't and I talked about the entire season, it would be an incredibly long video just because of like how much stuff happens in 2B. So essentially, some of the things that happen are, Nick finding Luciana and that whole community, the hotel, all of that happened. Travis and Chris going off together, that going on, him finding out what happened, them leaving the hotel, and oh gosh, there's even more than that. I know that there's more than that. Oh yeah, Nick and Luciana going to the border. So there was a lot of stuff. Like even, oh yeah, Ophelia going off on her own. So this half of the season has so much stuff in it. So the first thing that I want to talk about that I thought was really cool that they introduced in Fear the Walking Dead was essentially the concept of somebody that could be immune. And I remember watching it and thinking, like, holy crap, we've never actually, like, truly went over it. It's been a question, of course, like, if there is a cure out there, if somebody's immune, but the Fear the Walking Dead was the first show to like truly bring up somebody like as a pinnacle in a society that was like, yes, like I've been bitten and I didn't turn. So I thought it was really interesting. I was really excited about it in general and really skeptical. Like I didn't buy it. And of course that ended up being, true. It wasn't true, I mean. He hadn't really been bitten by a walker, and it was really, really obvious because when he was, you could see just like all the color drain out of his face. He was like, this is it, and this is the end. So when all of that went down in shambles, one thing that I thought was cool was, Nick embracing Luciana's culture, trying to speak more Spanish, like opening up to her in a certain way. I thought that was neat and like needed for him, because before then he had been kind of weird, and he's now regressed back into like that super weird stage that he was in to begin with. But at that point in time, like Luciana kind of kept him grounded. So like all that stuff aside, Nick and Luciana aside, because really besides that, they just got captured. I want to talk about probably, at this point in time, my favorite, well, one of my favorite episodes happens. I'm like, not exactly my favorite. Sorry guys, I told you, I'm tired. So this is one of my top favorite episodes, and it's when Strand and Madison are in the bottom of the hotel and they just get plastered. They just get absolutely plastered, and they open up about stuff and they talk about stuff. And this was the first time that I really, really felt like a genuine connection between the two. And I thought that it was really odd. I'm not the type of person to like ship people, if that makes sense. Like Rick and Michonne just like hit me out of the blue. I never even saw that coming. When people say they ship certain people, I'm like, I don't understand it. But in this case, like just their vibe together. And at this point, you know, Travis is still out there. Travis is out there, you know, with Chris. So it was really odd for me to be like, they should get together. Plus, I really didn't like Madison and I adore Strand. So it was weird for me to be like, oh, like I can really see like a couple in them and I can really see them, I don't know, just together. But yeah, that being said, there was some much needed conversation and excuses on the Madison Alicia front. I could kind of, like I said before, I can relate to Alicia. I can see where she's coming from. And in this portion of this season, they have that really, really deep conversation where Madison opens up about her real father, her biological father, I guess I should say, and the fact that he committed suicide and what he said in the note, and basically that she saw a lot of Nick in, like, a lot of the father in Nick, and she was just so concerned with the way he was going that she just basically put Alicia on the back burner because she knew that she was okay. And while I can understand that, obviously it's not ideal, and you know, I'm sure looking back character-wise, she can see obviously how she messed up with that, because, you know, just because she's okay doesn't mean that, you know, she deserves to feel less than, which is obviously how she feels. Like, it doesn't matter how, like, your intentions are, it just matters how your child is going to take it, and she obviously didn't really take it in that way, and she does hold stuff against Madison, and I can't blame her. But that being said, I do like that it happened. I loved the conversation. It was one of those, like, really heart-wrenching moments for me in the series. There's few times that, like, a reaction or a conversation alone, like, character deaths aside, makes me want to cry. Another good one of those in The Walking Dead was when Herschel was in the prison, like everything had calmed down and he's just sitting in the cell reading his Bible and he's crying. And I know Lockdown talked about this on my stream when I was opening up my cards, that, you know, that made him tear up. And it made me tear up too, and just like that conversation, I was like, you know, this is really needed, but like this is really emotional at the same time, but I like that it happened. That being said, some other things I want to talk about. Obviously, some of the most interesting things happened at the hotel and like around the hotel. One of them being Madison in the state of, oh my gosh, Nick turns on the hotel light, which is obviously really, really stupid because it, you know, floods people in. Now, that aside, the biggest thing, obviously the biggest thing, Chris and Travis. So like I said in the previous, you know, recap discussion, I thought it was really, really dumb of Travis to just leave. For him to completely disregard everything that, you know, the people that were supposed to be really important to him completely disregarded everything they said, like, no, this is my son. No way that's possible. And then he realizes they're right. Like, he's crazy. He has an issue. I can't fix it. I don't know what to do. And he does end up, you know, leaving Chris, and this ends at, you know, his demise, like Chris's demise. He dies. And I will say, I'm a huge fan of the show, but that is one thing that I did not like. Now, I like the fact that he died because I really didn't like the character, but I hate that it was like off screen. It was shown in a flashback. It wasn't, at the time, it wasn't present. It wasn't a big deal. And I feel like he definitely deserved a death bigger, like on screen. Like, that would have happened. That particular scene would have happened, but not in a flashback, if that makes sense. But Travis went insane, like beyond insane whenever he actually found out, and he like killed them. And while his son was insane and wanted to, you know, kill the other portion of the family, it's his son. Like, you can't, well, murder is a little bit much, but you can't fault him for just wanting to completely destroy the people that murdered his son, because, you know, in their standards, he had to die. But yeah, that was legitimately crazy. I really wasn't expecting that at all. For that to have happened, was truly shocking. And at that point in time, I wasn't recording my reaction, so you guys just have to take me at my word here. I was shocked. Like when they said that, and it was like legitimately a fact, which I'm skeptic, but I would think even if they didn't, if one of them was being beat to death, they would be like, look, we abandoned him or something like that. But they didn't. But yeah, I was shocked. I was absolutely 100% shocked. I couldn't believe that they did it. I couldn't believe that it happened in that way. And I can't believe how, like, Travis handled it. The entire situation, the entire episode, that scene was so incredibly intense. Another thing that happens, so Strand gets stabbed in this season by a crazy woman. He ends up getting her car, typical Strand style. It's a beautiful car, and I don't know, that's just one of those Strand things, you know. I feel like if he showed up in the main series in a helicopter, in a brand new suit, like incredibly extravagant, you know, like holding a glass of champagne and stepping out of the helicopter, like I wouldn't even be shocked. I'd be like, oh yeah, that's Strand, you know, welcome to The Walking Dead. Like it wouldn't be a shock for me just because he's so out there with his character. But yeah, guys, hopefully I went over everything. If I left out something incredibly important, please let me know. I'm trying to think. You know, I went over a lot of the characters, the introduction of Luciana. I really do enjoy Luciana. And I will tell you at this point, I still love Strand. I hated Madison more than anything. I was growing to like Nick. I didn't like the leader of Luciana's community. I didn't really like the people in the hotel, but they were just kind of bland to me. It wasn't like a big hate or anything like that. Alicia, I was starting to love even more, relate to more. Like I said, I really just enjoyed her character. I can relate to it a lot. So normally if you can relate to a character a lot, you're gonna enjoy them more. But yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this recap. I'm sorry it's late, and you know what? As soon as I'm done with this, and as soon as I hit upload, I'm gonna go back to cross-region war. I have a problem. I have a major problem, guys. But yeah, so later today, I'm going to be coming out with hopefully a few more videos if I'm not completely caught up in cross-region war. But you guys really watch out on my channel, set a notification bell, because I will be doing some sort of video for talking about actually getting to 1,000 subscribers, and it's probably going to be a longer video because I have a lot to say and I have a lot of thanks to give to all you guys. So yeah, that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video, and thank you guys so much for all the subscribers, the likes, the love, the comments, everything. I really appreciate it. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. And until next week, bye guys.